Hello, my name's John. I'd like to welcome you. First of all,
Hello, John.
2019 featuring.
Hello, everyone.
Let me first thank you for
Welcome
being
to
here with
Rainbow
us.
Bridge
And
Golf Club.
secondly, let's have a bit of fun.
Another confession. I've already played 18 holes here. Yesterday, when I went to edit it this morning, no commentary, and that's the second time now. I also did East Sussex National West, which I've edited it properly now, and I've got to put it on upload. Like I said, I can't upload until nobody's using the internet, because you can't use the internet when it's uploaded for some stupid reason. But I think I might need to upgrade my broadband. That'll make it easier, because I can get more videos out then. But it is a bit of a juggling act at the moment, and I think I need a new microphone as well, if I'm honest. It doesn't, it just works. I don't know why. I checked it weren't on mute, nothing. Anyway, yeah, Rainbow Bridge, really nice course, really enjoyed it. A bit rough around the edges, don't get me wrong, but as it plays, it's pretty straight up. But it's just, I said on the first video, it's just nice to play. It's just a nice course to play. I'm going to keep this to 9 holes because I've already done 18, and you've had your play and your 5-star, so I can do this and then crack on with another video. But yeah, like I said, it's a really nice course, funky, bit of I'd say more a penal design. Obviously, if I pull it left there, bunker, and your idealism is the middle of the fairway, all around the sides, it's humped up. So if you want it in the middle of the fairway, push your right bunker there. The obvious feature, the name Rainbow Bridge on the dark sky, really cool. I've thought about, because when you mess around with the haze and the mist, it does go really dark, and I have actually thought about a night course, and I really don't know why I haven't done it, because if you go through towards, you probably see it from here, the lighting is that's probably one of the best backdrops I've seen on the game. How he's done that. I don't know if you've played Firewatch, which is a great game, independent game, but it's just that kind of feel about it. Really, really good. And I say the other side, then you've got the rainbow. You've covered all angles, I guess. You've got the dark sky, the rainbow. The theme, I think, is fantastic. The concept and all that, and the lighting. So yeah, I love that. So it's a bit rough around the edges with certain things. I like to see things smoothed off, not too hard edge, but that's the feature of the course. It is a fantasy course after all. Let's get going anyway. I always talk forever on the first tee and never get going. Gotta cut that out. Oh. I was just about to say how well I've been playing lately. Not so much scoring. I did shoot an 8 under I did a video for it. Was that? No, that was that was the accidental video. Actually, no, it was here. I had an 8 under because I challenged on the Ghost. I challenged Wolf Boy, and then after about 4 holes, it was too slow, so I deleted. But I got to 8 under. I matched him. So we are getting a little better. Playing it safe here, though. It is nice when you get, I sort of go off the game a little bit playing, but it is nice when you get back into it and you start wanting to shoot good scores, That's worked out quite well. I think one issue I remember was the firmness. The fairways are very firm, and the greens are quite slow and fairly medium, I think. I know they're slow, so but that's fine. I think you want, there's plenty of courses, firm fairways, because on the fairways you get less irrigation, so they're going to be harder, less moisture, they're going to be harder, obviously, and then the greens, obviously, to keep them alive more than anything, have got plenty of water, so they're softer. So that's just a natural thing. So it is a bit firm, but obviously fantasy course we've talked about, so anything goes really. I'm sure if you played the old TGC1 games, when you put things up firm, I think I mentioned that in my last vid, didn't I? The fun you had at US Opens and stuff. It wasn't golf really. It was more of a computer game. Then you really had to play it like a computer game. You wouldn't be able to land balls on the green, that's for sure.
Nice way to start things out, even par.
Usually fine, you'd have to land them in the bunker banks to slow them down. No sooner do I start a vid and I get 3 kids, only one's mine, thank God, disturbing me. They didn't pour water all over me, which is I'm thankful for. There's a bit of a water fight going on outside. Lovely day here in Wales, sunny Wales for once. Big bang upstairs. What's going on? Straight away, as soon as they go upstairs, bang bang. It's like, oh God. Anyway, get on with it. Let them get on with it, eh? You're all young once. God, I remember the things like I used to play. You were saying about this the other day. I play music over and over again, same song over and over again. Your parents, they'd be pretty, you know, easy going with it, and then eventually they'd snap. Turn up, you know. I don't mind. It's the same. It's a good song, but the same old bloody song, and it's like that now. You know, we're on the other end of it. I'm on the other end of it, and it makes you laugh how patient, you know, my parents were. Because I'm not half as patient, with it. I love this approach shot in. Any time you sort of feed in, you know, you got to catch a slope to feed you. That's a really good shot, actually. It needs to slow down. It's okay though. You've got an eagle chance there. But yeah, anytime you got to, you know, feed a ball in on a downhill, that's what sort of appeals to me. You got it. There are issues with the course, so, you know. I'm not going to just play every video and say how wonderful it is. The idea is to try and, you know, if you're asking me to do a review, then you've got no problem with me giving comment on it, which is what I'll do. So, but this hole could have the potential to be a brilliant hole. I love the work done with the palm trees there. The obviously the water. Just the way it looks, really nice. And then you come up with the green. Green's fine, you know, small green. And then you've sort of got this approach here where nothing really blends in. It's all just a bit stuck on. Again, it's hard with fantasy course. You know, yeah, well, you might just say, well, I wanted it like that. I wanted it all scattered about. But I very much doubt it. And like the points and all that. It's just a little bit stuck on, really. Not much sort of effort made. It looks as if you've put sand there without splines and then sort of sunk the water afterwards, I guess. So it's not, you know, rather than do the water and then go round it with your bunkering, possibly. But generally, as you know, as a straight up hole, as you look at it there, I think that's a wonderful wonderful backdrop. Wonderful, like I say, I love the water in front of the tee. I know it's just water sunk, but it just looks really good for some reason. Whatever you've done, it's worked. No problem with it's quite a narrow green. Not narrow, yeah, narrow. No, what would you call that if it's vertically narrow? Horizontally narrow. I don't think it's any problem. Slow greens, you can get away with that stuff. I said I run that last hole in with most courses. It probably would have run for the green, but I suppose there, yeah, it's run through a bit. If you had a 10-mile-an-hour wind, would you be able to stop that? Possibly. You'd be clubbing down, so you'd have a more loft, but might be hard enough. Not bad.
Well, you could have had a birdie there. I think you know that. But next time.
I do know that, John. I could have had a birdie, yeah. Rub it in.
Okay.
Another par 5. Very hard edged. Yeah, this was the one. It was a bit. I didn't know if it was purposely done like this. If it was, it's probably quite good. But obviously, there's a bit of mist bit there. The water there, quite punishing. Big undulation there. Suppose I am on 2 wood, so should have plenty of room to clear it all. Very penal though, I'd say, because even if you want to play up short and an easier shot, I mean, you kind of club in to here if you want, no problems. Should you always leave an easier shot at maybe a 3 wood, 5 wood? I don't know. Got to hit the 5 iron there to get the easy play, but I do like the surroundings. I think to a point, the edges are fine. Not a lot of work done outside of that. Let me go ahead and find a hole that's got a bit more to the sides. Generally, the rule is in real life, if you look down the hole, you've got the middle of the fairway to the green, which they call the line of charm. You know, the perfect line, I suppose. Middle fairway, middle of green. And then you've got obviously the edges of the fairway, edges of the rough, edges of the heavy rough, and once you get past there, you are kind of, that becomes the periphery of the course then. That's not in your line of, there's not really a word for it, but if you look down a hole, if you're maintaining a course, you maintain to that long rough, and then you start, it becomes, you know, maintaining trees and cutting trees down possibly, or just leaving it go, more often than not, with bramble and everything. But you can still improve them areas. If you're a top course, you take that into account. You know, you've got nice features. So, and I think like it probably applies to this game as well. If you make obviously quite a bit of effort to be made around the edges of the rough and all. But then if you look at the distance on the hills and all, it's just kind of been left. Which, you know what? Sometimes if you just want to make a straight up golf course, sometimes that, you know, it works well. Because it's not, you can get it wrong. I've got it wrong when I've tried, especially with deserts. You've tried to make it look like desert, and sometimes it just looks better without any, you know. Sometimes you put them bushes in like on the tops of hills, and they sort of stick out awful, and float in and sort of shouldn't be that kind of thing. Like I said, sometimes just best to leave it. But that would probably be the next step, I suppose, trying to make them areas I'm talking about look good. And take your courses to the next level. It's all about attention to detail. If you see where I am there without rough, it's not too bad. I've seen worse. I always bang on about uniformity. I like uniformity in a golf course. I like the same style of bunkering, the same mowing lines and everything. And I suppose in its own way this has that. So
10-footer here, this is makeable.
I want to try and get you to the light up a bit closer, because that's my favourite part of the course.
Setting up here for the boat.
I can appreciate sometimes how difficult not difficult, but it takes so much time to get the right light in, and usually a little tip if you're designing a new course, try a bit of fog and mist, because that, I find fog helps really, immensely in a lot of cases, because you can light it up a little bit more, and the fog can take that sort of it's very green. If you do I suppose there's certain themes you can get away with it, but it's very bright middle of the day for this game. The fairway texture suddenly goes really, sparkling green, and really verdant, too verdant, I suppose. So a bit of fog can help, certainly. Hole in one. As I said that, I hit the button wrong. Yeah, not feeling it today. I've been feeling it lately. I've been playing well.
Okay, let's see if you can save par here.
Maybe this just a bit of a warm up. I say about TGC one, I was good on it, and it was easier. But I remember if I played a tournament, pre-tournament, I would kind of treat it like what they do in real life, where they play the course, but you chip to different parts of the green to see what how the slopes react and stuff. So I would practice then, and you can't beat having a good practice round, knowing the course before you play it. Nowadays, I just jump in, I play the course, and useless. You know, if I'm lucky, I shoot like, you know, your 8 under, 9 under. But when I sort of take my time, or used to take my time, and also have a practice round, and do quite well then. So it's all about how much effort you make. Relevant is usually relevant to how well you do, and I guess that applies to course design as well. The more effort you put in, the more time you put in, with the little things, it'll look better. Yeah, this is a shot. This is a shot. That should have been your screensaver. I know you obviously it's the rainbow bridge, but that's the one for me.
All right, about a 3-footer.
I remember the greens being a bit slower than this. Maybe maybe they're not so bad.
That's a solid birdie. I applaud you. Managed to bring things down to 2 under after that one.
It's a WGC tonight, I think.
7 on the tee.
I don't know
Let's
if
do this.
Tiger's playing. I don't think so. I don't think McIlroy's playing either. You play a world tour. Why wouldn't you play a world championship event? If they're the next thing down to the majors and the players, why wouldn't you? It can't be that meaningful. Oh, here we go. Very fast all the time. I'm wondering if obviously the COVID is put people off. I don't think so.
No good.
I think people who are fit and healthy just want to get on with it, and you don't know what's best, because everyone wants to get on with it. I want to get on with it, but you just like, is it fair on the people who are vulnerable? You know, I got 2 asthmatics in my house. They're okay with it. I say, if you think years ago when you didn't have the technology now with the puffers and everything, you just wonder how many more people would die from it who got
Nice. Okay, let's see
you
what
know,
you can do with this
chest
8-footer.
problems. And bit of a morbid subject. Sorry to bring it to COVID.
Whoa.
That was a COVID putt, eh?
Almost.
Right, I'm gonna do one more hole.
Just wasn't
8
ready yet,
no,
guys.
I'm not. I'm gonna do 9 holes. I said I'd do 9. I'm gonna
Round.
stick to it.
And we find ourselves
Like I said,
on
give it
the
a play. I think he's on about 120 plays. Possibly pushing handicap. He'll do well, I think. Maybe not quite there to get a handicap, but like I said, the potential's there. I mean, my advice would be go back into this course, make a bit more effort with the bunkers, smooth out them hard-edged spots. Not too much. I think it's a good feature. Maybe make the greens a little bit more. They're pretty good actually, but maybe just a little bit more funky. Well, because it's a funky course. Slow down the fairway so people can, get into the greens, and the contours of the green is the challenge. Firm fairways, but not silly firm, and have some nice contoured greens, taking the ball down to the little shallows where the pin is. I like this green. I've not seen a green so like that. It's 183. I did it last time as well, missing that slope. You've got a lovely slope there, bring it round, try for the all-in-one, and I push it, and I swear I was in the same spot last time. I tell you what, I want to hit that slope. I missed it last time, I want to hit this, so I'm going for it. Yeah, the old pitching wedge out. That was rubbish. It's going to work though.
Let's see if we can save par on this putt here.
Just going to read the description. We'll see what the designer was going for. Okay, it's Mark C. Gillespie, Rainbow Bridge Golf Club. Give it a play. Let's try and get the 200 plays and possibly see where you go from there. It's a Desert Links course, like I said. Don't describe it any better for me. Nothing fancy as courses go. A very surreal environment. Yep, not a lot of decoration, but tricky and challenging. I play it a couple of times, but usually takes my lunch money. What hole's this? Hole 9. This is not down. He's got a few standout holes. This I remember being one of my favourite holes. This is more like it as holes go uphill, par 5. I say uphill, 34 downhill there. It looks uphill, I guess, off the tees raised, obviously. Left side, that's a bit more like it with a bunker in. Still, is that... you got a heavy rough there. I mean, you could have just made all that normal rough and just shake the bunker up a little bit. Give it around the edges, get the brush, you know, the smooth brush, and just run around the edge, sink it down a bit. Same to the right, just a little bit more. If you said, as holes go, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, that pushes you over into the bunker there. That ridge. I'm trying to think if there's an angle into the green that it favours. Yeah, maybe. That's probably, you're risking it more there, and it gives you a better angle to the green. So, but yeah, I really like this hole. Kick off that bank into the bunker. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll get this edited and posted up. Yeah, that's all I would say. Mark is, I'm Mark, by the way. It's just a little, you know, see there with the tee, and you've got the sand next to the bunker next to the tee there. Just, you know, if you're going to do that, just sort of, I don't know, a bit more effort. It's just kind of plant it with the shapes and get the spline out and run it, you know, where the rough is here, just run it around the edge of the rough, leaving a little gap for long rough, and then keep it nice and smooth, you know, inside the way you've got the lighter rough there, the heavier rough. By lighter I mean colour. This rough here, keep it inside of that bunker. Maybe that's probably what I would have done. That I think my overall suggestion would be, we got the new game coming out now. Go back into this, take a bit more time with your bunkering. I've taken, well, the last course I did, South Wales, took 5 months to do. I had the option of that, but it wouldn't have took that long normally. It was a competition, but I've taken, you know, 3-4 months to do a course if I want to get it right. And, you know, use what you've got left. When's the new game out? A month. Take a month, 6 weeks, get it just right, and then release it on the game. And you never know, on that new game now, with you know, doing this vid, if you do it again, if you do a remaster of it, I'll put this vid up again maybe, and you might get, because playability wise, it's fine. It's a good course. Just, you know, just take a bit more time and have a look at some other courses, desert courses, how other people have done it, you know. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Hope this one has some teeth. Okay, ended up nice and safe. Still a little work to do though. Here we go. This putt for the bird.
Finish for the bird. No. What happened there? Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, give Rainbow Bridge a play. Subscribe to Golf and Stuff. And if you want a video put out, even put it on the TGC Tours website, or join the Facebook group and put it on there. Alright? Bye.
Okay.